I just see shit and I go, this is a lot of work for a bowl of chili. Now, I will say this. Spoiler alert. That was some of the best chili I've ever had.
It was so good.
I'm telling you right now, that recipe right there, definitely in the top 20.
Right. I mean, it all goes down to like, if you don't like that, you're not going to cook barbecue at all, no matter what you're cooking on.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Kosmo Unfiltered with my boy Wes. What's up, Wes?
What's up? I've been invited
to this side
across the
a room.
It wasn't that far of a move, but it feels like a big one.
No, it's not that far. Wes and I have been discussing, and we're gonna change some stuff up for 2023 for a little bit and see how it works. We're gonna talk a little bit more barbecue.
Come on a journey with us.
Come on a journey with us. So, thank you everybody for watching us, listening to us, no matter where you're at. We appreciate everything. We do this for free, so if you're not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. And what are we talking about today? Talk about the recipe, the first recipe we did yesterday.
Yeah, so little format, what we're planning on doing. I need to get me one of those. You don't have to work at all, man. You just sit down.
Well, this thing is not like...
My arm's going to get tired, though.
Yeah. Well, I got one at the house.
I need to get one. Anyway, so what I think we're going to do, we're going to try this. We're going to go and just have a conversation about what we're cooking, how we're cooking it, why we're cooking it.
Good, the bad, the ugly.
Maybe I got to get another run at that.
The monkey bread.
The monkey bread. That's out there in the world for everyone to see.
That's my pineapple upside down cake.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe we'll drop some Easter eggs, dig up the fails, the epic fails. Maybe a Wagyu Juicy Lucy deep cuts.
Yeah.
All the profanity.
There's a lot of fails that have happened in the past that we've had to turn back and sometimes reshoot the entire video again.
Yes. When you have, sometimes you go to the store again.
Yeah.
You can't even, anyway.
So the recipe we started off with yesterday, I'm not going to lie to you, I wasn't a fan of it. But it came requested from one of you and the second the marketing team got a hold of it, they're like, yeah, we should do this. And me personally, I've had it once before. You heard my wife yesterday.
Yeah.
The first time I made this, you hated it. And what it is white chicken chili. We did white chicken chili.
You were letting that one hang.
And it almost like, so behind the scenes, like when we get a recipe, especially a recipe that is requested from somebody, if it's a recipe that is highly requested that I'm typically not going to eat, I kind of, for lack of a better term, pout and dig in.
Yeah, emphasis on pout.
Yeah. And our marketing team, they do an amazing job of threatening me.
Dealing with your ass.
Yeah, they do. They really do. Because I really didn't want to cook the recipe, and I know that if I don't want to do something, that comes across on camera.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie to you, like yesterday when we were making the white chicken chili, first of all, the only reason they call it white is because you put a block of cream cheese in it.
Which does a lot for the calorie count.
And I'm shocked at how slow that shit melts.
You have like a vendetta against cream cheese.
I never did like it growing up. Never did. I do like it now.
Like we did the video a couple months ago. It's been longer than that. The smoked cream cheese with the queso.
Yeah.
And it was good.
It was good, but
you bitched about it the whole time.
I was dug in again. I did bitch about it the whole time. Because I'm sitting there going, who in the cooks this shit? This doesn't make sense.
I think I've only been in the barbecue world like this since 2018.
Yeah.
And before that, I knew you.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew what you did, and I'd had your food. No idea what it took to make it. But at the time, like, competition barbecue was in this, like, heyday. A lot of people might say it still is. But it just changed at the same time. Like, it went from...
It changed rapidly.
Ordering big offsets like the El Rey and
Yep.
cooking good food in your yard, or you were like on this little homebrew thing a welder from 1960 made that you're cooking on, you figured it out somehow. Now you can buy, they got Wi-Fi thermometers now.
Yeah.
You can be at work and go tell your wife to pull the brisket, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
so we're somewhere between the old school, the like barbecue world coming online, and like now we're in like the future. It's like
Now,
Blade Runner 20.
there's no reason anybody can't cook.
Right.
anything.
And I think people get creative, and especially too, meat's expensive. Like I'm even choosy about what I cook and what I want to make and how, and it's, so I think it gives rise to people just getting creative. And when you have a tool like that, why not
Like cream
throw
cheese?
something on? Yeah. Or no, like the
cream
the
cheese
smoker.
or the cooker.
The cooker.
Yeah.
Like, or just even the products too. Stuff
Yeah.
to make it not just cream cheese.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's like we're getting used to all this new school stuff.
I'll tell you the thing that really, I just see shit and I go, who, like this is a lot of work for a bowl of chili.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, spoiler alert, that was some of the best chili I've ever had.
It was so good.
That I'm telling you right now, that recipe right there, definitely in the top 20.
Right. I mean, it all goes down to like, you don't go out there to cook a rack of ribs because you just want to eat ribs.
Yeah, you're not trying to turn in half-ass shit.
Yeah, like it's you want them to be good and stand out, and you want to blow people's minds. That's why that's why probably you're even listening to us talk, because that's what you do. If you don't like that, you're not going to cook barbecue at all, no matter what you're cooking on.
Yeah.
But I think looking at it from a different perspective, and like, yeah, there's still a process. Like you smoke a whole chicken, you have some smoked chicken on hand. There's like every time I do a pork butt, we have so much of it left over.
Yeah.
And we use it for a bunch of other stuff.
Well, there's just two of us now.
Yeah.
Not a house full. So when I cook, I'll cook extra.
Yeah. You got to give it
For
away.
shit like this.
Yeah. No, I saw all that to say, I think it might seem like, oh, you're just making a pot of chili, no big deal. You just dump the can. But like, no, it's still like okay, you're going to put a quarter cup of your beans in the food processor.
Yeah, that's
And like,
that step right there. I'm not going to lie to you. That one shocked me a little bit. I was like, what do you mean? You have to and anybody knows, like, there's a billion recipes out there anywhere. But the second I found out that we had to puree beans to help thicken it up, first of all, I was like, well, that's really smart.
Yeah.
And second of all, I was like, who in the hell took time to think of this?
Right.
Like,
or whose brain just sits there and goes, XYZ, like pulls it all.
yeah.
Let's go do that.
Yeah. It makes sense. And then at that point, I sit there and I go, why didn't we just use, like, a half a can of refried beans?
Right.
Like, why did we have to puree other than the fact they're navy beans or canola beans or whatever they call them, white beans,
Sure.
just to keep it white. But that little food processor,
It was a champ. We need to find a link for that and put it in the video, because that thing
dude,
is
I'm telling you right now,
cool.
that thing right there, it's a hand crank. If you haven't seen the video already, go watch the video. It's a hand crank food processor that chops and purees.
It's that big.
Yeah.
Like little.
Did you run the gears on it?
No, I didn't get to.
So there's two.
I was busy working.
Oh, there's a chop and then a puree, and the puree is just an extra gear in there. So it probably turns it for every one turn. It's turning it 4 to 6
Sure, yeah, it's
times, whereas
faster.
the other one is like turning it 2 times.
It looks like a little mini salad spinner
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. Did you see the little whipping attachment that came
No,
with
I
it?
missed everything. It's crazy.
I wouldn't sit there and hand crank butter with that damn.
Oh, no. We plugged that in the wall.
Well, I guess you could.
But
But-
yeah, I mean, it feels like if you were trying to, we're always on a time crunch. We're trying to get it done.
Yeah.
But if you had a morning to kind of put something together, just get in there and blow minds.
I that one right there, I don't know why you couldn't just put it in the slow cooker.
No, you could. I think anything else, too, you could blister up the veggies, too, before you put them in there.
Yeah.
Get them hot before you chop them.
Yeah.
Get a good roast on them.
Saute 'em.
That adds some good flavor.
Saute them, put that entire recipe in your slow cooker, run it for 6 hours, go to work, come back home.
Be good. Ready to go.
Yeah, that whole cream cheese thing, though, that just makes me go, how come this is cheese and it took what?
I mean, I think
It took about 7-8 minutes for it to melt. And we cut it in cubes.
Stirred it.
Yeah. We cut it
least
in
once.
cubes, and it was room temperature. So it'd been setting out of the fridge for at that point for about 3 hours. cut up into cubes, 1-inch cubes or thereabouts.
Yeah.
And it still took, 7-10 minutes to melt. And I'm sitting there just going, oh my God.
I've made it with that before, and I don't
You've
even...
made that chili before?
No, I've put cream cheese in like a taco soup or something.
Oh,
my mother-in-law
tortilla
makes
soup.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it never melts. Like, it just... I don't know if the slow cooker isn't hot enough. Once you put it in there, it just takes time to come back up to temp, but there's no amount of like stirring, whisking, anything that gets it done, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But no, that was killer. I thought it was awesome. I was a little bummed where we shoot the video. We're in a new spot, so this is probably the first video at the new spot.
This is the new spot.
We have neighbors on either side, and I went out to get more, and Matt had already taken it to the neighbors.
It's gone.
It was gone.
Everybody ate it.
There's people standing in the shop eating soup all day.
In the back of the warehouse. They it's like feeding. I love the guys to death.
We should post the before and after of like how we lit it and all that, because it did pop. I was nervous.
What are you talking about?
I have that before and after picture of like us lighting everything.
Oh, the room downstairs. Yeah.
I thought that was I was a little scared.
No, I think it looks really good.
It turned out awesome. It was fun.
We need to hang this stuff though.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we need to do.
We're always in our bag.
Yep. Always in our bag. So, white chicken chili. If you haven't seen the recipe, I would highly suggest you go check it out. It actually was really quick. And
yeah. I mean, get out of your rut.
Rotisserie chicken.
Get out of your rut.
Yeah.
Cook something new.
We smoke it. We have that rotisserie now.
Yeah.
And it's really easy just to load it up with birds.
Yeah, I don't have a rotisserie. I want to be clear about that.
You can use the one at that.
Oh yeah, I'll drive all the way out there. Load it up.
Just go to Costco for $4.99.
Drink your beer while I cook it. Come home from work. I'm just back there cooking.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey Wes, I'm just cooking chickens.
Chicken's almost done. You're out of Coors Light.
White chicken chili. You gonna make that recipe?
I'm down. I need to. I might even smoke a chicken. I might.
So my head always thinks like, and Wes knows this. Like I think this is how I got so deep into barbecue so fast for so many years. I'm like, okay, well that was good. Now what's the next version?
Yeah.
What's the next version to make it better? Now I will tell you this: the one thing I would probably do is pull the corn out and put in hominy.
Hominy, huh?
Dude, I'm not. So for the record, man, I'm like hominy out of a bowl. I'm not your guy. Matter of fact, I wasn't a fan of hominy ever until, have you had Jamie's cheesy hominy? Dude. Green chili cheesy hominy? Mind-blowing.
Hominy's like corn, right?
Yeah, it's like feed corn almost.
Yeah, it's just big, huh?
Yeah.
I saw a thing on the internet. There's a guy there was corn that used to grow wild here in the States that it wasn't economical enough or fast enough or whatever, so it's become like extinct almost.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, he wanted to protect it. He's like a Native American, and he's got this farm where he grows like all this exotic looking corn that used to just grow here, but it doesn't anymore. He has like the only species of it left.
Wow,
it's pretty wild. Some of the cobs look like rainbow, like it's got all kinds of colors in there. It's insane.
Yeah,
we'll have to get some of that.
Yeah, that I probably ain't gonna do that.
Well, I'm gonna do it on the what's the next best version?
What's the next?
That's what I'm gonna do.
I would probably put hominy in there. I would probably add. I like it spicy. I would add a jalapeno, diced up jalapeno, or an extra can of green chilies.
The chilies did, yeah. I feel like if you added a third, you would taste the first two even more, and then it'd be like this is just
too much
green chili.
It needed a little more pop.
Only we had some seasonings that we could have used.
The one thing we could have done is put a spoon of ghost pepper wing dust.
That's exactly what we should have done.
That would have popped that.
Oh man, that would have been not a dry eye in the room.
Yeah,
would have been beautiful. We could get that one back. Land this plane.
White chicken chili in the books. It's a good one too. Like I said, if you haven't watched that video, go and watch it. And I would love to hear your thoughts on the little food chopper. If anybody's ever had that.
Little food chopper that could.
Yeah. Cool. All right, man. Hey, I want to thank everybody for watching. And as always, we do this for free. So if you would share this with a friend, we would absolutely love it. And we'll catch you in the next podcast.